What is the idea behind, or what is the vision that has driven this whole new Bagdogra Airport?
India is third largest domestic aviation market in the world. In our country, one entity is railway and the another entity is Airport Authority of India. People are not aware of Airport Authority of India. They think that it is like Air India, and people are having more awareness about the Air India as compared to the Airport Authority of India.
The airport new ban raha hai, how it will boost the economy of this region.
One children came to me, मेरा एयरक्राफ्ट कहाँ पर है, मेरा फ्लाइट कहाँ है, उस तरफ है, दिखाई तो देता नहीं है, मुझे सीधा वहाँ बैठना है, बॉस हूँ लेकिन मैं कोई सुपरमैन नहीं हूँ.
Hello and welcome to Siliguri Times. I'm your host Pratyusha, and today we will be diving into one of the most anticipated developments of North Bengal, the new Bagdogra Airport. Joining us is the key figures behind the scenes, an official who is deeply involved in all the planning and execution of this massive project, Mr. Mohammad Arif. Hello and namaskar sir, welcome to our podcast.
Namaskar, thank you ma'am.
So to start off things, what is the idea behind, or what is the vision that has driven this whole new Bagdogra Airport?
See, this Bagdogra Airport is situated at the outskirts of Siliguri city. Siliguri city comes under the Darjeeling district. Siliguri is a very, very old city. Its origin is quite old if we see from the historical perspective. And from strategic perspective, it is one of the most vital location in our country because it provides connectivity to the northeastern states of our country to the rest of the part of the country. And airport nowadays play a very, very vital and key role as far as the connectivity is concerned, as far as the tourism is concerned, trade is concerned, and overall development is concerned. Though we are having Bagdogra Airport in its present shape at the outskirts of Siliguri city, but it is an old airport. The infrastructure is quite old in nature. Every transport terminal, particularly airport or even railway station, is having its design capacity. So the current Bagdogra Airport is having its design capacity of handling 2.5 million passengers per annum. Against that design capacity, we have already registered 3.2 million traffic in the FY 24-25. Rather, in the year 1920 itself, we handled 3.2 million passengers at Bagdogra Airport. So it was saturated at that point of time itself. But somehow, because of outbreak of COVID pandemic, there was steep decline in the passenger traffic. And now we have recovered the COVID pandemic phase, and there is restoration of complete passenger traffic at Bagdogra Airport. And we are expecting that in days to come, in time to come, there is bound to be increase in the passenger traffic. So Airport Authority of India, as you know, is the major airport developer and operator in our country. We are interested with the work of development of civil aviation infrastructure in our country, which is having the many benefits. So we are having our planning directorate, which is entrusted with the task to foresee that what all airports are getting saturated. Is there any need for modernization, expansion or construction? So we got the feedback and we visualized the situation that this terminal building is not going to handle the passenger traffic or the volume of passenger which is expected to in future. So we are not capable to handle with the upcoming passenger traffic from the current terminal building. That's why, because of saturation of existing terminal building, we have designed, conceptualized the idea of new terminal building. It is altogether a new terminal building. It is not a case of expansion of existing terminal building. And with our foresightness, with our talented pool of engineers and other technocrats and management personnel, successfully we have visualized the plan for the new terminal building. And as you can see that the new terminal building construction work has already started and it is going in full swing.
So as you have mentioned, the current Bagdogra Airport is pretty busy, and मैं भी जब as a passenger travel करती हूँ, seats बैठने को नहीं मिलती है, the bathrooms are packed and everything. So now how the new airport will be different in kinds of like space, design, the overall vibes and everything?
See, India is third largest domestic aviation market in the world. If we talk in terms of domestic travelers by air, so next to US and China, India is the third largest domestic aviation market in the world. And in terms of overall handling capacity of the passengers terminals across, which is spread across the country, India ranks 7th if we add the domestic as well as international passengers. So India ranks 7th in terms of overall the size of civil aviation market. And if we talk in terms of domestic market, then from that perspective, India stands at 3rd position next to USA and China.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's a very, very commendable position of our country, and we are proud to be part of Indian and to be associated with the civil aviation infrastructure development in our country. So the existing terminal building of Bagdogra Airport is having area of around 9,241 square meter. The terminal building area is around 9,000 square meter, you can roughly say. This is not commensurate. The size is not commensurate to the volume or level of passenger we are handling as of now. Just now I said ki it is having the annual capacity of 2.5 million, whereas we are already handling more than that. So the new terminal building is designed and conceptualized, and the airport is planned to be developed in 2 phases. In the first phase, the total area of the new terminal building would be around 70,000 square meter. So you can see that the new terminal building will have almost 8 times more area as compared to the existing terminal building. Here, in the case of existing terminal building, there are very limited parking bays. In order to handle the aircraft by an airport operator, you need a runway, you need taxi track, you need apron where aircrafts can be parked. If you have lesser number of aircraft parking stand, then of course you can handle lesser number of aircrafts. So in the new terminal building, in the existing terminal building, we are having 5 aircraft parking stand, we can say, on apron side. The new terminal building in first phase will have 10 parking stands. Out of 10 parking stands, there will be 6 aero bridges. You would have noticed that at Bagdogra Airport, there is no aero bridge because of constraint of space and other thing, because installation of passenger boarding bridge requires huge area. Space is required. So in the new terminal building, we are going to have the passenger boarding bridge. Apart from passenger boarding bridge, there will be remote parking ways also. Remote parking ways means the parking ways where aircraft is parked is not connected with the aero bridge. There is a combination of both types of parking stands. You would have noticed at Delhi Airport or even Calcutta Airport.
Yes,
so in terms of building size, it is going to be 8 times bigger as compared to the existing terminal building. We will have dedicated departure level and arrival level. Bagdogra Airport is currently having departure and arrival at the same level. Both the areas are located in the same level. There is no dedicated departure or arrival level. As we have noticed in other airports like Calcutta also, we are having a dedicated departure level, then arrival level. So similarly, the new airport will have departure level, arrival level, basement level will also be there, and there will be elevated road which will connect the national highway to the departure level of the airport. And as of now, you would have noticed that in the current Bagdogra Airport, there is no inline baggage system. See, if you do the boarding at or check-in at Calcutta Airport, you see there is no dedicated express. First of all, if you enter into a terminal building, you are supposed to hand over your baggage to the X-ray man who is doing the express, and then they are directing you to go to check-in counter. This is happening in Bagdogra, but the same situation is not there in the Calcutta. There, what do? You simply go to the counter, and you hand over your baggage to the airline staff itself. Your X-ray is your baggage is being X-rayed by themselves. You are not involved nowhere. So that is called, for that we need infrastructure, that is called inline baggage handling system. So that new terminal building which we have planned will have inline baggage handling system. As against the standalone XBC is there. As of now in Bagdogra Airport, standalone XBC is there. XBC is there, X-ray machine is there. You are handing over your baggage to the person who does the X-ray. Then he hands over back to you. Then you go to the check-in counter. So this takes time, and processing time gets increased as far as the airline is concerned. So passenger also face a bit of inconvenience because he has to report at 2 different points. First for getting the baggage screened, then he has to again go to the check-in counter. So these difficulties will be removed in the new terminal building. And then afterward, what do? You go to check-in counter, then you take the boarding pass, then you go for security hold area. Frisking points are there. So you have seen that in Calcutta or even in Delhi, there is automatic tray retrieval system. One tray comes to you, you put your handheld baggage in that tray. That tray moves automatically. You are not supposed to push it manually. So that is called ATRS system, automatic tray retrieval system. So that system will be there in the new terminal building. Apart from this, there will be many elevators, escalators, smart building solution, ample space, so many options like fine dining, retail. So a lot of new things. More lounges.
Cool new gadgets and
yes. So there will be much more facilities in the new terminal building as compared to the existing one.
So now, apart from those serious concepts, एक फ़नी इंसिडेंट जो आपने बागडोगरा एयरपोर्ट में नोटिस किया है, फ़नी इंसिडेंट हो गया या फिर समथिंग दैट यू हैव सीन और लाइक ओवरकम, ऐसा कुछ?
Right. Actually, see, I feel myself very, very privileged that I got the opportunity to work with Airport Authority of India, the organization which is managing and operating the maximum number of airports in our country. The airport in itself reflects the sense or image of a mini India. Because from airport there are flights which are connected to different destination, so we get encountered with various type of people who are from the different parts of the country, from the different beliefs, from the different cultures. So last year we organized rather Independence Day function. We every year we do celebrate our national festival like Independence Day or Republic Day. So on that occasion we distribute sweets and we greet the passengers. So last year my colleague was also with me, and we were distributing sweets to the children. So one children came to me and he asked me the sweets. So I gave him the sweets. Then he said कि मेरा एयरक्राफ्ट कहाँ पर है, मेरा फ़्लाइट कहाँ है. मैं बोला बेटा उस तरफ है, दिखाई तो देता नहीं है. मैं बोला ऊपर से दिखाई देगा. नहीं, यहाँ से दिखाई क्यों नहीं देता है, मुझे सीधा वहाँ बैठना है. मतलब बेटा आपकी फ़्लाइट आएगी तब आप बैठना. वो बता रहे कि आप यहाँ के बॉस हो. मैं बोला हु टोल्ड यू. कह रहा नहीं मेरी मम्मी ने बताया कि आप यहाँ के बॉस हो. मैं बोला बॉस हूँ लेकिन मैं कोई सुपरमैन नहीं हूँ. है ना. तो बच्चे इस तरह का क्यूरियस और फनी चीज़ पूछते हैं. मैं बोला बेटा बैठो, आप मिठाई खाओ, मैं आपके लिए एयरक्राफ्ट लेकर आता हूँ, ठीक है, आप यहीं पर आना, जाना नहीं. फिर मैं उसको बोलकर बच्चे तो ऐसे ही होते हैं ना, बच्चे तो डिफरेंट, उनको लगा कि ये बॉस है तो शायद मेरे लिए तुरंत एयरक्राफ्ट आ जाएगा, तुरंत बैठा देंगे मुझे. है ना. तो ये तो फनी इंसिडेंट होता है ना. कई बार हमें सेंस ऑफ सेटिस्फैक्शन भी मिलता है.
तो सर आप जो एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटी में बहुत सालों से काम कर रहे हैं, व्हाट्स द मोस्ट सरप्राइजिंग थिंग अबाउट इट? लोगों को, व्यूअर्स को उसके बारे में नहीं पता होगा.
Generally, see, in our country, one entity is railway and the another entity is Airport Authority of India. So generally people do understand कि the aircrafts, the airport and everything belong to the Airport Authority of India. Rather, in our country, from my perspective, what I have realized that people are not aware of Airport Authority of India. They think that it is like Air India, and people are having more awareness about the Air India as compared to the Airport Authority of India. In the case of railways, what happens? The railway platform, the trains, everything belong to Indian Railways. But in the case of airport concept, airport operator is a different entity, airlines are different entity, security service is being provided by a different entity which is CISF, whereas in the case of railway all the three functions are provided by the same entity. Even the RPF is there, but that is part of railway only. So this sort of misconception is there. There is no clarity among the general people. They understand that I am working with some airline. Still a few of my family members who are not very closely related to me, they understand that I am working with some airline. Earlier I was working with Air India, now I am working with some other airline. So that is the feature. We will not say that it is their misconception. It's a complex ecosystem, so people sometimes get confused and they are unable to differentiate the core functioning of different entities or stakeholders who are working at the airport.
So now let's talk about the local impact. ये जो एयरपोर्ट न्यू बन रहा है, how it will boost the economy of this region particularly. जैसे एक न्यू कोई भी कंस्ट्रक्शन होता है, बिजनेसेस बढ़ जाती है, लोकल पीपल को हायर. इस जो न्यू एयरपोर्ट बनेगा, इसमें कैसे ये बूस्ट कैसे करेगा इकोनॉमी को?
Right. See, the Siliguri city or the North Bengal region is having 4 USPs. That is called 4 T's. T.
Okay.
First is tea, second is timber, third is tourism, and second is transportation. Because Siliguri belt and North Bengal belt is well known for its tea, then timber, then tourism. Lot of tourist destinations are there, and then transportation, because you see that NGP is the very big junction. So whenever there is development of, now coming back to the airport, it is said in the civil aviation perspective that if you invest 1 rupee in the construction or development of an airport, the economy get boosted by 3 rupees, because it is having multiplier effect. If we see it from the economics perspective, See, whenever airports are getting developed, what will happen? It will provide connectivity. If connectivity is there, tourism activity will get increased. The people or the resident of the country who were earlier reluctant to visit to Darjeeling, suppose in the absence of a flight, say from Bombay to Bagdogra, now there is a flight from Bombay to Bagdogra or Bangalore to Bagdogra. So people or citizen of our country from those parts of the country will also be in a position to have quick access to the serene beauty of this particular North Bengal region. So tourism activity will get increased. Now what will happen if the more tourists are coming? If the more tourists are coming, then they will stay in some hotel, they will go to some eateries, they will go for shopping, they will hire taxi. So everybody will get, source of livelihood. They will spend. Whenever tourists are coming, they will spend, and their spending is going into the local economy only. So whenever there is more tourist footfall, the economy of the area is bound to grow in terms of, because the tourists are doing the spending in this region. This is from the tourism perspective. Now if we talk about the business perspective, suppose that our airport is connected to many destinations and there are nearby industries. Say pharmaceutical industry is there in Sikkim, suppose that tea industry is there in Darjeeling. Now they want to export their products to different countries or even to different part of the country, then connectivity is required. If we are having an airport which is providing connectivity to most of the parts of the country, then the traders of different parts of the country will get connected. So it will boost to trade activity also. So tourism directly leads to the growth of economic perspective or economic growth of the particular region wherever airport is located. Trading activity also leads to the development of trade, and if there is more trade, then more investors would like to get associated with the business houses in the North Bengal. Suppose that you are having tea estate or you are a tea processing unit. Earlier your export size was say 5 quintal per month. Now suppose that it has increased to 10 quintal per month. So you need to expand your business. For expanding your business, you need investor. So investors will also come to know that what is the size or what is the pace with which your business is increasing. So it will attract the investors also. So if there is development of airport, it will increase, it will boost to tourism, it will boost to trade, it will boost to investment, as well as transportation footfall. Suppose that someone is interested in going to Sikkim or say to even Nepal or say even to Bangladesh, and they are having access from Bagdogra. So more footfall will be there. It will lead to, or it will add on to the better transportation perspective also. So this is the macro perspective of developing an airport. Now coming back to the micro perspective. Suppose that I have developed or new airport is being developed near to the existing Bagdogra Airport terminal building. So of course we have appointed our EPC contractor. EPC means engineering, procurement and construction. Engineering, procurement and construction contractor or commissioning contractor, you can say. So that contractor is developing the new airport building. So in order to develop the new terminal building, lot of construction activities are to be undertaken. So for that they need the manpower. The manpower are divided into 3 categories: unskilled, semi-skilled or skilled. Skilled manpower, they offer more salary, so they may hire it from the other part of the country also. But as far as the unskilled manpower is concerned, so more or less any company or any construction company who is doing the construction work would place reliance upon the local manpower only. So most of the unskilled workers are hired locally. So that is their direct employment opportunity, because they are associated or they are getting associated with the construction work itself. Now suppose that once the airport is commissioned or it becomes operationalized, then in the nearby area, demand for more shops will be there, demand for more hotels will be there, demand for more taxis will be there. So the nearby area will also get benefited. More and more people would like to construct new hotel, suppose new shops. So the price of real estate will also increase. So the local people who are having a good chunk of land. So subsequently, when the airport has come into existence, the real estate price will get increased, and they can get benefited. But at the same time, lot of local people will get the job also. Job opportunities will get created, because new hotels, new taxi, new eateries, new food and beverage outlets, new retail outlets, new whatever other things which the passenger would like to have. So those things will generate and create an opportunity for job to local people also. So in this way, it is having a multiplier effect in the economy. This is called multiplier effect. So airport development always leads to multiplier effect in the economy, and GDP of that area is bound to enhance. So in this way, the local people as well as the region, and in the end the country as a whole would get benefited.
Now everyone is wondering what the timeline look like. The construction खत्म होगा कब, passengers देखेंगे, new flights will be taking off from the new airport. So
Right. As of now, we are having the projected date of completion of our new terminal building as March 27. March 27, because we have awarded the contract to the EPC contractor, whose name is Kalpataru Projects International Limited. KPIL is the company to whom we have awarded with the work of construction of new terminal building, and they are doing their work in full swing. And as per our tender conditions, we have given them 30 months time period to complete the work. The work is awarded in August 2024, and it started in September 2024. So from that particular date, if we count the 30 months time period, so it is coming to March 27. So it is expected that the new terminal building work will get completed by March 27, and from afterward we will in a position to start the operation from that new terminal building itself.
it's a question apart from the script, like क्या ये पॉसिबल हो सकता है या फिर फ्यूचर में इज देयर एनी पॉसिबिलिटी कि ये जो अभी बागडोगरा एयरपोर्ट जब न्यूली कंस्ट्रक्ट हो जाए देन इट विल बिकम एन इंटरनेशनल जोन ऑल्सो फॉर कनेक्टिंग फ्लाइट्स हो गए या फिर इंटरनेशनल बोर्डिंग, इज देयर एनी पॉसिबिलिटी एनी काइंड ऑफ इन द फ्यूचर?
Yeah, there is a strong possibility for the same. See, abhi bhi from Bagdogra Airport, the two international destinations are connected. We are having a flight to Paro as well as to Bangkok from Bagdogra Airport. So it is not that ki as of now there is no international connection from Bagdogra Airport. It is there, but of course its scale is not,
Very less.
its scale is very less. And in the new terminal building, we are expecting that more and more international players will come into picture. More and more international airlines will express their interest, and we are very much hopeful that once the new terminal building get operationalized, the more international destinations will get connected, because the new terminal building is integrated terminal building. Integrated means ki it is having domestic part of the terminal building as well as international part of the terminal building, like Calcutta Airport, where you would have noticed that the same airport is having both the terminals. Earlier there was the concept that domestic terminal used to be separate and international terminal used to be separate, like the old Calcutta Airport was having. But nowadays, in order to bring efficiency, in order to optimize the operating cost and various other factors, we are coming up with the idea of more or less of integrated terminal building. So this airport is also planned like that only, and sufficient provisioning have been made for international travelers. So we are very much sure that once the new terminal building get operationalized, more and more international connectivity will be there.
So now coming to the fun zone again,
Right.
a rapid fire question.
Right.
You comfortable, sir?
Oh, okay, no issue.
So it will be fast and immediate.
Right.
Tea or coffee?
T.
Favorite airline?
Earlier Vistara, now Air India. Vistara has been
Yeah.
merged with Air India, so that's why in India Vistara was the
Best. Yeah,
most
it
loved
was.
airline.
It was.
Right,
True.
right.
One word your team would describe about you.
Dictator,
It doesn't seem like.
but they term like this only.
Maybe in the workplace.
Okay.
Last movie you watched?
Sikandar.
Okay, if you weren't in the aviation, what career you would have chosen?
See, I am already a qualified cost and management accountant. So, if some alternative option I would have opted in my life, so that would be a practicing cost accountant.
Okay, now coming back to it, as you have also mentioned earlier, getting to an airport is a pretty hustle thing.
Right.
एंड स्पेशली फॉर मैं भी ट्रैवल करती हूँ, अगर पर्सनल कार नहीं होता है तो वी हैव टू ट्रैवल थ्रू पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट, उसके लिए भी तोड़ तोड़ के पहुँचना पड़ता है.
Right.
सो जो न्यू एयरपोर्ट बनने जा रहा है, ऐसा कुछ रूल या फिर लाइन ऑफ चूज एंड कुछ भी एक बेटर फैक्टराइज्ड कुछ किया है टू लिंक अप द एयरपोर्ट विद द कॉमन प्लेसेस?
Right. See, whatever you have pointed out is very true and correct also. So we have already realized these things, and we felt that there is a need to introduce the app-based cab aggregator service in the Bagdogra Airport. So recently we have introduced the Uber cab service in Bagdogra Airport, and it is already operational. So we are in talking terms with the Ola also and other cab aggregator service provider also, so that the more and more hinterland connectivity transportation options are available. See, three types of connectivities generally happen with a bigger airport. First is hinterland, second is train connectivity or rail connectivities, and third is sea land. So that option is not here, but metro connectivity as of now
It is not possible.
It is not planned also.
Yeah.
In next 10 to 15 years, who knows, the situation may get changed, and the Siliguri may also come up with the idea of metro train. So I am not really ruling out that possibility. That is also a possibility, but as of now primarily we have to focus on hinterland connectivity only. So for hinterland connectivity, taxi services are there, cab aggregator services are there, and we are taking attempt to have negotiation with North Bengal state transport corporation also, so that they can ply their buses on regular basis also. In past also we took an attempt, and the facility was started, but somehow because of pandemic it could not be restored. So we are again trying to revive that service, and I am sure ki especially for the new terminal building, when there will be more potential for them also, because they are also working on the profitability and feasibility aspect and viability aspect. Any government department will work on that only. So I am sure that once the new terminal building is developed and it gets operationalized, we will have North Bengal Transport Corporation buses connectivity will also be there from the different points of the Siliguri city.
So after the development, the air travel will picking up fast.
Right.
And we all know that air travel से air pollution भी, and due to this construction there will be many climate changes occur. तो इसको factorized किया जा रहा है आप लोग के construction में, आपके planning में?
Right. You will appreciate कि whenever such a huge public project is undertaken by any entity, they have to get clearance from the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Without their NOC, no public project can be undertaken. So we have already obtained the NOC from the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and they do not give the NOC easily. They ask for your action plan, कि whatever ecological disturbances are going to be created by virtue of undertaking the proposed activity, how you are going to compensate these things. So we have already submitted our action plan. So nowadays whenever there are trees are cut, so we have to go for provisioning of 10 times of the number of trees which we have cut. So likewise, either we have to take the plantation drive, or we have to make payment to the forest department, who in turn will undertake the plantation drive to compensate the trees which are being cut. So this is one aspect. Second aspect is that nowadays in India, wherever there are public buildings are being constructed, those buildings are to comply or have to ensure the compliance with the GRIHA norms. GRIHA is one term which we use for the public buildings, and GRIHA stands for Green Rating Integrated Habitat Assessment. Suppose that when we are constructing a building, so our building should be green. Green means कि it should environmentally efficient also. Actually corporates or general public focus on their performance from financial perspective, कि how do we perform financially. But now our performance are being evaluated environmentally also, because you rightly pointed out there is a big problem of climate change. Carbon footprint is increasing day by day. So the government of India has already visualized these things, and they have set up one council that is called GRIHA Council. GRIHA Council comes under the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy department. Ministry is there for new and renewable energy. So under this ministry there is one council which is called GRIHA Council. GRIHA Council gives rating to various public building. Like if your rating is GRIHA 1, so as of now GRIHA 5 rating is considered as the best rating. So we have committed with the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change कि our building will be GRIHA 5 rated. And for GRIHA 5 rated building, you have to take lot of environmental friendly efforts. Like for an example, in our new building we are going to have a complete building management solution. Building management solution, what it happens, we have to use all 5-star rated AC. We have to go for LED fittings. We have to go for other fittings which are 5-star rated. There will be dimmer in the building. Suppose that there is a lesser heat map generated in the building, then the number of lights will be put to on will be less as compared to the lighting aspect or lighting quantum when there is more number of people in the terminal building. Similarly, if there are lesser number of people in the terminal building, our temperature will be regulated. AC temperature will be regulated accordingly. If more people are there, then the temperature will get reduced.
It will be all automatic.
All automatic. This is called smart building solution, or you can say BMS. What we are using, that is called building management solution. So we are putting focus on that. Building management solution will be implemented in the new terminal building. Similarly, if we go for construction, so that earlier bricks were made with the soil. But now the green buildings, we are not using
blocks, ACC blocks, I guess.
Now we are using fly ash. Fly ash, it's a environmentally friendly material, which is prepared by a byproduct of coal, and gypsum is also there. So in place of brick which is made of soil, we are using the fly ash made bricks. So these are the compliances which we have to ensure, and thereafter the Griha Council will visit our project, and they are having 100-point scale. Out of that, if we secure 90 points, then only we will get the Griha 5 rating. So likewise, and their focus is actually on 3 things. Our building or infrastructure should be energy efficient. There should be proper planning of water management, because water is very, very precious resource, and lot of water is being used in the terminal building like airport or railway station. So how do you recycle or how do you reuse the water? So for that we are going to set up STP, sewage treatment plant. So whatever water is being consumed in the airport, the same water will be recycled, and it will be used for horticulture activity, or for toilet flushing activity, or for AC plant activity. So it is a case of reuse or recycle of water. So that thing we have already undertaken, we have already planned. So we will install, or we will have the provisioning of STP, whose capacity will be 550 kiloliter per day. Thereafter, waste management. These 3 features they are putting the focus. Griha Council: energy efficiency, proper water management, proper waste management, and the construction materials. So these are the 4 major factors. If your building is energy efficient, if you are doing the proper water management, if you are doing the proper waste management, and if you are using the construction material which is environmental friendly, then they will evaluate your building, and accordingly they will give you the rating. So we have committed that we will try, and I am very much hopeful that we will achieve and get the Griha 5 rating. So it will be a complete best performance from the environmental perspective. So on those fronts we are working.
So apart from your job and career, what hobbies are you into?
Hobby, we play cricket during weekend with my colleagues and batchmates.
Okay.
So I am a big fan of actually cricketer. Sachin Tendulkar was my favorite player, because I am from their generation and younger generation.
Or dad's generation. Yes.
Yeah, right.
Sir, who you have always someone looked up, like in the career, आपका कोई inspiration रहा होगा, या फिर someone जिसको आप बहुत follow करते हैं अभी भी? So anyone is there in your career line?
If we talk in terms of business tycoon or CEO, then Narayan Murthy is of course my ideal. And if we talk in terms of Bollywood star, then of course Amir Khan is my favorite, because he is Mr. Perfectionist. He takes a lot of time, but his movies are classic movies or class movies. He put a lot of efforts. So these 2 individuals or people are my role model.
Your most favorite movie of Amir Khan?
Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar.
True. Like what advice you want to give to young people, young generation nowadays, to work in the aviation sector especially?
All sectors are attractive. I would like to suggest to the younger generation that there is no shortcut to the success. People are opting for shortcut. Go for full-time degree, go for full-time course, do hard work, and do not expect from day one ki you will become the CEO or you will get 5 lakhs per month. You have to start from the scratch. Initially, focus on learning the things. Once you master the things, then automatically opportunity will come to you. Especially in aviation also, because aviation is a very, very specialized sector. Here you have to start from the scratch, irrespective of your qualification. Your qualification will of course give you big help in understanding the things. If you are engineer, if you are an MBA or if you are a chartered accountant or cost accountant, then your qualification is definitely a value addition, and you will get better opportunity to start with. Your level of start with will be higher level as compared to the people who are not having these qualifications. But even though you are having the professional qualifications like these which I mentioned, you focus on learning the things for at least initial 5 years, because it's a very, very complex environment. So many stakeholders are there, so many things are there, so many norms are there, so many regulators are there. So first you try to understand the dynamics or the environment of the aviation sector, and once you master the things, you will get a lot of opportunity, because in aviation sector there is scarcity of skilled manpower. We are having manpower, but skilled manpower in true sense are not in sufficient number. And in India, that the government has come up with the idea of privatizing the airports also. So in days to come, more and more airports will get privatized, more and more players will come into the market, and they are looking for the skilled and talented manpower. So opportunity is enormous. Only thing is we have to prepare ourselves, and the only solution to that is hard work and hard work.
What's your travel preference? आपका favorite destination to go and visit the place? Any कोई भी international हो गया फिर domestic हो गया?
I visited lot of destinations domestically as well as internationally, but so far I have not visited Switzerland. So that is my plan or my dream. I would like to visit Switzerland at least once. I have not seen Switzerland so far.
Oh my God! So you have visited every other country. Right?
Most of the countries.
On an ending note, a personal belief that what part of this project, this construction, you are excited about?
The project as a whole is very, very exciting, because I am associated with this project right from the design stage or planning stage. So it's like a baby to me, and a father or a mother cannot say ki which of suppose that you are having 2 or 3 babies, so which is your favorite baby. You cannot say like that. So the entire project is very, very fascinating and very, very challenging for me, and I'm trying to do my level best to complete this project within the stipulated timeline, so that the people of this particular region will get benefited. And if the people of a particular region of a country get benefited, the state in turn will get benefited, and ultimately the country will get benefited. So it is in the interest of country only, it is in the interest of public only. So anything which gives you opportunity to work in the public interest is always gives a sense of satisfaction to me. So I am quite excited about the entire project itself.
And it's a wrap of our special edition, and a very big thank you to Mr. Mohammad Arif sir. It's exciting to see how this project is going to help and to shape the future of connectivity and travel in this region. अगर आपको ये episode अच्छा लगे, so do follow, like and subscribe Siliguri Times for further updates. Thank you.